I'm Oscar Bevis from the Stomping Ground, and once again we have teamed up with Wasserman to give you exclusive behind-the-scenes access to one of British boxing's very best. Dashing good looks, fancy footwork and lightning quick hands. Enough about me. Let's go inside and meet the North East's very own Josh Kelly.
Cheers, baby. Yeah. My man's got no.
Thankfully it's raw and uncut.
Oh, you got Jordan tracksuit on with Burberry sandals. They're fake as well, bro. They're straight off Manchester Market. 100%.
We've been granted privileged access to watch this man train and spar today as he prepares for his fight with Flavius Biea, June the 6th, live and free on Channel 5. Yeah, good mate, good. We're here to have a little chat today, if you don't mind.
I'm sparring on that first, then after
Yeah.
bring him.
I was going to say, there could be 2 wins at Wembley in 2 weeks.
That looks unreal, that top, by the way. The colours are sick. You usually told me that. Have you got Mrs. House going on?
I have, yeah.
Might you be out there getting the girl?
Nah, mate.
How old are you now?
26. I'm getting on, mate. I had to find one and settle down. I didn't know this would turn into a relationship advice with Josh Kelly 101.
Yeah. Just wait till the spar starts.
His legs need stretching, but after too much dancing.
All right, aren't they? Josh, what a pleasure to watch you spar, by the way.
Thank you,
I want to start by talking about something that we spoke about off camera, just over there. You said when you were younger you enjoyed mimicking fighters, watching fighters, and you used to write in your school books, RJ equals JK, Roy Jones equals Josh Kelly.
Yeah, I used to do loads of different ones. That was one of them. I was still obsessed with boxing when I was a kid. I'm still obsessed now. I still watch fighters before coming to the gym now. And when I go to the toilet, use the toilet, sit there, watch your fighters, I'm like, right, that's the way I want to feel today. So
2016 Olympian, Josh Kelly. 2016 Olympian, Joshua Buatsi. That 2016 team, stacked with talent. I think people can confuse his style with just getting your head off the line and kind of ducking, diving and trying to look pretty. It's in the name. But it's like there's a measured aggression to it as well. What I love about sparring is there's like an intensity that you can feel, it grips you. Say you're at a big fight and there's a lot of action. Sometimes the crowd noise amplifies it and you can tell something good's going on, but with this, it's so raw. All right, there's Michael Jackson on in the background, but it's so raw and you can feel like these two aren't trying to take each other's heads off, but you can feel that intensity and it's just raw, it's real. The PBK that we saw finish with 5-6 left hooks on debut to the one that sits in front of me now. What's the difference between those two Josh Kellys?
Man.
Even just as a man, not even just as a fighter, even as a man.
That's it, man. It's just the journey you go through in life is crazy. You don't know where you're gonna. You know where you start, but you don't know where you're going to end up. And you just got to believe and know that everything's going to work out, and everything's going to be the way you need it and want it to be. But more outside than inside the ring. That's what you find out about yourself. I don't really live a bad life outside of boxing, but I just need to be in the gym for my mental health. That's all.
If it's a bit volatile, you could be a bit volatile. Whereas at any moment you could decide that.
It's like,
you want to do something else, or?
Yeah, it's not even about parties or going out or nothing, because I'm quite a recluse. I like to just keep myself really private and stuff. And if I go out, I get quite overwhelmed. I'm like...
I reckon because of where you're from, people presume that you would be the sort of guy who would love to go out, bottles in the club, but you're like, nah.
Nah, I did that when I was a kid, I did it, and as you get older, you just sort of realise what life's about, do you know what I mean? Them nights are forgotten and you're always chasing the next high, and it's not about that. I prefer to spending time with my family and my loved ones, and it's like I've really settled down, especially these last few years, and yeah, I think boxing, like I was saying the other day to my girlfriend, said I felt so anxious and stressed about something, and I went for a run, really hard run, come back, and everything disappeared, and I was like, exercise like medicine for my mind, like it's just medicine. Anytime I feel any sort of way, I just go and train, and I come back and problems just this much.
And as well, if you've never seen someone like Josh up close, or anyone who weighs around 147, 154, I think the presumption is that they're small and they're nimble. And these are big guys. These are big guys, big frames, muscly guys, moving in and out. It's quality. One thing I love listening to as well is Adam Booth, fountain of knowledge. I think, 14, 15 years ago this week, he had George Groves on his shoulders after beating James DeGale for the British title. And that's a fountain of knowledge right there.
You just speak to people in general life, and like you see that boxer the other day, Georgia O'Connor, who like obviously from my area, God bless her, but yeah, but it's like life's a gift, man. And I remember, it just gets you down. I don't remember talking about it, but life's a gift. You're talking to her one day and they're gone the next. I was sat with a guy in Spain a couple of months back, and he, I don't really know the guy, but my girlfriend said he died the other day. He fell and he was working on a building site, and so just life's precious, and boxing becomes your life, but you also need to really enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Really enjoy every moment, because when you're 60 or you're 50 or whatever you are, and you sort of you're walking but you can't really run, and you think, remember when I was a kid and I used to just be able to get up and run, and you should do that. Like when I run now, I look at old people walking down the street and I think,
you used to do this.
Yeah, like, and they'd be looking at me thinking like, I wish I could do that. But I'm thinking, I've got to do this run tonight. Instead of thinking I'm gifted with the chance to be able to do this, I need to just go and enjoy it. And
you've got to be a different breed of man to be able to take one of them. Did he just say easy? All right, mate, no need to show off.
I've lost, I've had a draw. I'm naturally competitive, so if you say to me, listen, we're going to run down the street, I'm going to try and beat you no matter what, do you know what I mean? Trip you up.
You just challenge me to a little 100-metre down.
Like, I would try and...
Racing to the shops.
I would die beating you, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying anyways. But when it comes to boxing, you do all your work in the gym, so once you finish that, what else can you do? You got to go in there and perform on the night. Training is 90% physical, probably, well, a lot of mental to push yourself through, but it's mostly physical. And then fight nights, 90% mental. I've found that out many a time. Sometimes you've had the best training camp in the world and you go in there and you perform like dog shit, and sometimes you've had terrible training camp, you go in there and be like, oh my God, this is unbelievable, yeah.
Do you believe you're going to stop Flavius Biea inside the distance?
I'm more spiteful this time round than I've ever been, but I never look for that, but if it comes, it comes.
Does it bring out an ego a little bit when you hear someone who, fine, is unbeaten, but wants to come over to your home and is saying things like, I'm not a punching bag, I'll hit back, and I might even hit harder? Is there a little bit of ego that comes out of you, like, actually, you know what? What's he on about?
Yeah, sometimes you sit there and think about it. Sometimes you're like, yeah, don't worry about that. Like, I'm going to teach you a lesson in there, don't worry. But for me, boxing's like a violent dance. It's like a dance, but you're violently dancing in there, do you know what I mean? It's like an art, but it's got violence. And if I go in there and just enjoy myself, I can either sit there and fight for him, and I'll punch a lot harder than people think. Or box and move, and you will not touch it all night. I can do that. It's a choice, but nah. Everyone's got something to say. Everyone's got something to say always, and the talking never normally follows in. Well, sometimes it does, but guys talk. You know what I mean? Guys talk. They say this, that, and the other. And what's going to happen? You're going to get in there and fight anyway. So These guys are a little bit more tougher, a little bit more game, this is their world title fight, so these guys are the hardest fights. It's not like you're fighting at the top level and these guys are coming to really give it their all, so I'm expecting a tough fight, but I'm expecting me to read him, be levels above, and his nerves and everything will get the better of him, and I'm not betting on that, but he can come the best he wants, but he's not getting nowhere near me, no.
This man is the man.
My brother.
June the 6th, Channel 5, live and free. Josh Kelly,
on.
Flavius Biea. The man.